what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a discussion about some stuff that has come out recently about data mined, drop rates, and a pity system on shards, the artifact upgrade rates when you're rolling artifacts from 1 to 16. Some of this stuff has been data mined and leaked as far as official percentages. So I'm going to be bringing on ColdBrew and Skratch to have a full in-depth discussion about this stuff being data mined, and we're going to get you everything you need to know and have a discussion about it. So a huge shout out to both Skratch and ColdBrew for joining me. I will link to their stuff down below. Definitely click on it and throw those guys a sub. And also a huge shout out to Manable for taking the time to really do a deep dive and get this stuff laid out for us on YouTube and Reddit. I will link to his Reddit post and his channel down in a pinned comment. So definitely throw Manable a sub as well. All right, guys, let's get into it. Alrighty, and now I'm joined by a couple good friends of mine here. How we doing today, boys? What's up, Skratch?
Yeah, doing pretty good, buddy. Just ready to crack on this new information here. What about you?
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to chat with you guys. How about you, ColdBrew? How you doing today?
I'm all good, guys. Quite a bit of information we're gonna go through today.
Yeah,
Excited
no,
about that.
It's crazy. So a lot of the stuff has been kind of known through massive sample size testing, and we've kind of theory crafted this type of stuff and gotten pretty close to these numbers. But it's nice to get some stuff officially ironed out. I'll pop this up on the screen here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But basically, Manable did a video. Manable's a good friend of ours. And, asked him if it'd be cool if we made a video discussing what he kind of did a video on. He wasn't able to join us, but it was cool of him to get this out there in the community and lay it out here nice and simple. So definitely check his stuff out. I'll link to that down below, his video and everything discussing this, and throw him a sub as well for laying this out first. But yeah, so I know you guys have it pulled up. First is the dungeon drop rates, the 5-star gear chance and the 6-star gear chance. I've always said it's 75-25. It looks like it's 73-27, so pretty on par with what we were thinking. So nothing too crazy to go over there, I don't think, unless you guys have something to add to that.
No, actually, that's pretty accurate from what I pulled it myself as well before you.
Yep, exactly.
I was pleasantly surprised with that. I thought it was 15%. Based on my last few thousand energy spent on Fire Knight and Spider.
Yeah. No, and I was talking to you guys about this off camera. Is it whether it's true or not? The more you play Raid, it seems that the gear rates get worse and worse and worse because your gear is better and better. So you used to keep 1 out of every 5 pieces, and then you're keeping 1 out of every 10. Eventually, you're keeping 1 out of every 100 because your gear is a lot better. So it seems awful, but when you actually lay it out mathematically, it's usually pretty close to the same. And then for rare, 67.5, epic is 25, and legendary is 7.5. I noticed in all of my spreadsheet testing, my legendary chance was always somewhere between 5 and 10. So I've always told people I think it's about 7 or 8%. So do you guys have anything to add on that, or are those percentages pretty much par for what you expected?
Yeah, we got it at 7.1%, and that was like 1 year ago. So once after the patch came with the 6-star gear, etc., that was like over a year ago now. We've done quite a big sample, me and a few friends, and we got it to 7.1% legendary on our spreadsheet there.
Cool. ColdBrew, anything on the rarities?
Yeah, seems reasonable. I mean, getting a legendary, it's like a huge boost to your stats. So 10%, under 10% seems reasonable for raid. And
I'm surprised.
So far, so good.
We've all been saying that they nerfed them, but I'm surprised they're still the same and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely the thing that we're getting better gear, and probably how he said keeping 1 in 100. I'm at the point where I'm keeping 1 in 1,000, I think. So yeah.
Not surprising. And then we finally know, I've always wanted to chart this and test it, but obviously to get every level is tough. I'm a little bit surprised that it breaks down for each individual level. I would have thought like 1 through 4 was 100%, and then 5 and 6 were the same, and then 7 and 8 were the same, but it actually, each individual level has its own percent chance. So it's nice to have it laid out there really quickly. It's 1 through 4 is 100, then it goes to 85, 70, 60, then it starts going a little bit less, 50, 40, 30, and then we do 5, 25, 20, 15, 10, and then 2 and 3 to 8 and 5. So I think that's pretty close. I thought level 16 was 4%. So I'm surprised to see it at 5 because I know sometimes it takes 40 tries, but obviously that's going to happen at 5% as well. So you guys have anything to add on the artifact upgrade chances?
No, not really. I think 15 to 16 it should be like higher.
Yeah. I thought it was
I think
actually
it's too
lower.
low.
I thought it was lower from 13 to 15. I thought it was lower. I find that it's quite hard to get those. I thought it was like 10% for 13 and under 10 from 14 to 16 for sure.
Mm.
But yeah, this is gonna help to calculate an expected maybe
Yeah, get
cost for.
average cost. Yeah, it's also good to
Yeah.
know. I always thought like jewelry was harder to upgrade. It is
It's more expensive.
well, yeah, it is way more expensive, but I thought it was like a less chance. Like banners seem like you got to roll them 55 times to get to like to get from 15 to 16. They seem crazy, but go ahead.
Now with these ones, if you guys remember before, somebody came up with the idea that tested it with your internet offline and you see how many tries you need.
Yeah, yep.
And that is all tied to a specific piece of gear, is not a percentage chance in it. So this kind of contradicts that theory that we had before. You know what I mean? If you guys remember it.
Yep.
Yeah, but they
It's
nerfed
different
that.
then. What do you mean they
nerfed that
nerfed it?
though.
Did they
The way
changed
that
it?
you. Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it because I just found it was too much of a hustle. But
Same, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, they changed it. Apparently, it's totally randomized now.
Okay. So
Plarium
it was like
Doesn't
that before.
say-
Plarium catches on to all of our fun tricks, and they like remember how we figured out the way to find out exactly how much somebody has spent because you can like submit.
Oh, yeah.
You can submit a support ticket and then copy and paste the URL, and then if you go up into the address window at the end of the URL, it puts a number, and that's the dollar amount that you've spent. And Plarium was like, "Uh oh, we gotta catch that." So that only lasted like 10 days, and that was changed. So.
That was a wake up call for many to play the game.
I kind of felt bad because when I did that video, everybody was like, "Oh, geez, this is an intervention, and it caused me to quit the game." And I was like, I didn't want to make you guys quit. I just wanted to show you how you can find out what you spent. But yeah, it turned out.
Yeah, it's like the casinos that they say they don't have any clocks in the casinos.
Yep.
So everyone in there won't check the time. It's the same thing, but with your balance.
And,
the balance that you spent.
And then like fast food restaurants are the opposite. That's why they always have uncomfortable chairs, and they want you to come in and get out. They want you to eat and get out as fast as possible so they can get more customers. So yeah, it's funny how all that works. And then we got the people are always complaining about this, the level 15 keep potion drop rates. So we did always know these different outcomes. We know the best drop is 3 big ones, and it looks like that's 3%. Yeah, I'd say all this looks about what I expected. I don't think this is anything weird here, and I think we all wish it was like 5%.
Higher,
yeah, it should be 5%. You see people posting screenshots all the time, like of 100 multi battles, that they get like 2 big potions on Reddit. So yeah. Those should be adjusted a little bit, but all the numbers kind of look correct from what I would have expected.
Yeah, numbers look correct, but the potion keeps are such a steal.
They are like honestly,
every time you try to farm for potions, it takes forever.
The other day I've done like 1,400 energy and I got out of it with like 42 superiors, and I was like, wow, this is impossible. I don't believe it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like the first time ever.
I had the same with arcane potions.
Yeah, the same.
I farmed like 56 with 1,000 something.
Yeah, you can that it's always there's always RNG. You can get screwed or get lucky. Then I think we get to the fun parts here in my opinion. So ancient shard, so this is laid out a little bit weird, but what this means is ancient shards are 0.5% in a dungeon. So if you do 200 runs of like dragon, you're on average going to get 1 ancient shard. And what's funny is that I've always said it feels like 1 in 200. Like that's about 1 in 200, 1 in 250, somewhere around there. So that's the one thing that's not on here is I think that maxes out. Like I don't
Yeah,
think
to a point, yeah.
I don't think
Same like the market.
yeah, exactly. I think you can like farm up to 5 ancient shards and diamonds a month, and you can buy up to 5 in the market. Like I don't think you can farm 100 ancient shards if you like auto click every night.
It might be like 5 per dungeon, per specific dungeon, a month or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Brews are 6.65. I know everybody hates that. We wish that was either not there or 1% or something. And then
Yeah, 0.5.
the mystery shards.
Um,
The mystery
Yeah.
shards is what green shards is. So yeah, all that looks about exactly what we expected. Lydia's multipliers. So what do you guys think about those? 3.75 for the A1, 4 for the A2, and 3.2 for the A3.
Sounds good. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That champion has so much stuff in her kit that I forgot half of it. You know, like I
I
can't
think
remember
the-
half of it. She does
I
so
think
much, man.
Yeah, I think the A2 is the defense down weekend. I think all the champs have it there on the A2.
Mm.
So that's a 4 multiplier.
Yeah,
And then the A3, I think it's the poisons.
no. I would pull it up, but I'm on my new computer, so I lost all my stuff. I don't have all my fancy graphics and everything yet. I'm still transferring, but yeah, no. Those multipliers. I mean, she's not really going to get a whole lot of utility from being a damage dealer. She's
No, not really, no.
yeah, no. She's more of just a utility slam the field with effects type champion. So the multipliers are honestly not really that relevant, but it's good to know them. So Lydia is going to be amazing, as we already know. And then for ancients, we've got a sympathy system. It looks like we've never really known that there was one until now. So it seems like we're learning that there is a shard sympathy system in Raid. What was your guys' first reaction on this?
I was totally surprised. I thought that we didn't have one.
Yeah, I didn't think there was either. I've seen horrible spells of like 260 voids with no legendary. So I'm honestly
Right.
shocked there is one. But they're pretty bad. So for ancients, it's after not pulling an epic for 20 shards, increases by 2% each shard. That's whatever. But the legendaries, it doesn't kick
50 more.
in. It doesn't kick in until after 200. Like
Which
Yeah,
is
that's
insane.
disgusting. So other games that I've played and I'm playing, once I open 100 shards of whatever, I'm guaranteed a legendary, and not from a shard. It's like a bar that you fill up,
yep.
and you just
Yeah.
click on it. If I'm opening more than 100, the meter for the next round is still going up.
Yep.
So once I'm collecting it and I
Mhm.
open the 110, I still have 10 on the next bar.
Yeah,
you know?
it overflows. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. No.
Yeah,
That's awful. I mean, at least it's something, but yeah, that's really so the current system it should start at like 80, or at least 100. The 200 is basically like it doesn't even exist. And then
Yeah,
for
pretty much.
sacreds, after not pulling a legendary for 12 shards, it increases your chance to pull one by 2% for each pull. So so legendaries start at 6%, I believe. So then after 12, you'll go 8%, 10%, 12%.
no, that's not how it works.
No?
I think it's multiplicative.
Yeah, so it's not additive.
Ah, okay. So it's even worse.
yeah,
even worse.
yeah, that's why.
It's even worse, yeah.
Okay.
So you don't add them up, you know?
Yep. Yeah, it's not going to stack. It's just going to go up by a little percentage. Yeah, okay. So that
Exactly, yeah, like a
I would be
0.01,
extremely surprised if
0.01.
it was additive. Yeah.
But like how I've told you off camera, I've been playing the game since the beta, and I 100% remember on a patch notes, like maybe some of the first patch notes they ever released, saying that they added an option when you're not getting a legendary or epic champion to increase the chances, but they haven't specified anything at all. And I was never able to find that months after, you know. So it's like
Gotcha.
like a myth, but they did posted something ages ago, like it must have been over 1 year and a half ago.
Oh, they did confirm a pity system at some point.
Yeah, something they didn't specify it like that. They just said you have higher chances, but that's about it. They haven't went into any sort of details at all, you know. And after months after, when I wanted to find the same post on their forum, you know, I've never been able to find it again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They had the Ukrainian government scour the world to eliminate all mentions of a pity system.
No, I'm sure it's there somewhere. I'm sure it's there somewhere, but I've just never managed to find it, you know?
Yeah.
You know what's really weird about it? It's since the game's been out for so long
Mhm.
and people have been data mining it every time they get a chance. They haven't found this until now,
Yeah.
and the code seems very simple to understand, at least for someone who has like a
Yeah.
basic knowledge of coding, at least reading code. Because I understood it, so that's why I'm saying it. Yeah, I think this might actually be something recently made visible. It might have been in a different way coded, and now they made it simpler to just for everyone to have access to, and then they'll implement it in the game as a feature for us to see. I don't know, because already in Europe, I think at least there's regulation that says you have to disclose the percentages of loot boxes.
Mhm.
Mm. But
So already having that, 0.5%, 8%, that is disclosed. But I think they should have disclosed this as well because it
yeah,
does affect them.
the things behind it, yeah. On everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absurd that it's allowed to not be disclosed. Like, especially when people are spending the amounts of money that people spend, it should
Yeah.
100% be disclosed. I don't know why this was never overtly public. If it wasn't, but anyway, it's good to know. At least now. And then for voids, so it looks like Epic is the same thing here. It looks like it's the exact same system as Ancients because voids and Ancients are obviously the same exact drop rates and everything. So their pity system does mirror. Okay, yeah. So at least it's there, but yeah, it's basically not there. You're not, the odds of you pulling 200 voids and not getting a legendary is going to be pretty small. So the amount of times this pity system is actually going to benefit someone is basically zero. It's probably most likely to benefit someone on sacreds, but for ancients and voids, it's so many shards and it's such a small benefit that probably never even going to get to that point, right?
And I'm
Yeah.
curious if this thing stacks up over time. So let's just say in 1 month I'm gonna open 200,
Mm-hmm.
or is somehow made in a different way that it resets every now and then,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Because my first void Lego that I got, it took me over 330 voids to get. And that
Jeez.
included a lot of double chances and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of non-double chances till I got one, you know.
Yeah.
It was the same with my Cold Heart. I got my Cold Heart after my first
Uh,
void Lego.
yeah. This is just gonna open up so many tinfoil
Uh,
conspiracies about shards. It's just gonna make it crazy in the comment section. Because if this is in the game, they'll say what else is in the game about shards, and we're
Well,
gonna see all kinds of theories
yeah,
popping up on Reddit. And
different odds of getting different champions, and yeah, it's
I always
gonna.
said that. I always said that higher chances to get a trash champion compared to a Valkyrie or something OP. I always said it. It might not be true, but it definitely feels like. Or when you open voids, for example, and open ancients. I open 100 ancients, even with my current luck, which is pretty much none, more or less, you know. I still get a Lego or two. But then when I'm going for voids with 200 voids, I might get none, you know.
Yeah.
And they
yeah,
feel so different though, even though they have the same system, you know.
same
They
rates.
definitely feel different.
And it also doesn't benefit you at all. Like you said, on the one system has overflow, but on this, you get screwed to the point where you hit the pity system and then it resets and you get screwed until you hit the pity system. There's no
Exactly,
overflow.
yeah.
There's no help built in there. So yeah, I mean it's not really much of a pity system at all. That would definitely need some
No, it's
work
not.
to keep
It's
up with
not.
other
Yeah,
games. Like you said, even the only my most recent experience was playing Seven Deadly Sins, and you can like watch it right there. It's like slowly building up, and so
yeah,
you actually even when you're failing, at least you feel like you're progressing towards something. So I think
Yeah,
Raid could do well by learning a little bit from that.
yeah. And Seven Deadly Sins, if you spend money for like 30 pulls, you would at least get like 3, legendary tier pulls out of just the pity system, and anything above that is just extra luck. But yeah, a guaranteed pity system, that would be something that's never gonna come to the game.
Yeah,
They should make it though, because this is definitely not a pity system. This is just a bad joke, you know. I don't know your own opinion, guys, but this is not a pity system
No,
towards
I agree.
anybody.
Yep, no, I agree. This like I said, this is the odds of this ever benefiting somebody is, I mean, it's not a pity system. It's like
I would prefer if it was like pulling a legendary that you do not own. If this was in there, I would prefer that.
yeah,
I would be totally cool with it.
like a non-dupe or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be something else then, yeah.
Yeah, no,
More acceptable.
yeah, that would be a step in the right direction for sure. And then what about faction wars here? So, you know, I'll take a moment to say this. Months ago, I told everybody there was no difference. Don't feel bad farming stage 20 or 21. And everybody said I was crazy. Like, no, there is a difference. 21 has a higher, and I was like, I mean, from my testing of hundreds of runs, they look the same to me. And now we get confirmation here in this data mining that 20 and 21 have the exact same drop rates. So I disagree with that. I think there should be some bonus towards doing 21. So, okay, let me lay it out to you guys.
At least the 1%.
But I want your input on this because I think there's a counter argument to it. And so let me lay this out for you and let me see what you guys think. So there's two ways to think about it. If you build a strong enough team to be able to farm stage 21, you should get better glyphs and you should be incentivized to farm stage 21 because it takes longer and it's tougher. But the counter argument would be the boss fight shouldn't be something that I feel like I have to farm because it takes so long. It should be more of a conquest. And then once I finish it, let me be done with the boss fight and let me farm stage 20. And you know, that's the two different ways to think about it. So what do you think, Skratch?
I mean, it's same like farming the dragon boss, farming the clan boss. You know, it's all about farming bosses eventually. But
not really though, because the faction boss, it's a completely.
I know
different,
it's not in every stage. I know what I mean. Yeah, but I still think like putting all the effort you're putting in, rather than just get that legendary book one time and say goodbye to it. You know, they should make it a bit better, even if it's a 1% chance, will actually motivate the people to try to improve their stuff. Eventually, better for Plarium because people will spend more money in trying to do so, you know? So they're just not following the right business model, to say like this, right?
Yeah.
They should learn from it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there should be a small bonus on 21. I was just laying out there's multiple kind of perspectives that would be possible to kind of, but I do agree that 21 should be slightly better. How about you, ColdBrew?
Although I agree with you guys, I want to like throw in a counter argument. Like in the campaign, we don't farm the boss.
Yeah,
we farm stage 12-3.
Yeah.
So because that's way faster and it produces better results.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the counter argument there, that you can farm 20. It's going to be way faster. Like for me, sometimes in some of the factions, I have like a minute 30 runs and the stage 21 is like 10 minutes.
Yep.
Which is insane.
So basically, there's no point to run stage 21. Like beat the boss and you're done. Because the odds of you running stage 21 faster than stage 20 is, I mean, almost never going to happen. I'm sure there's somebody out there that does 21 faster than 20 in some faction, but 90-something% of the time, it sounds like you might as well just do stage 20. There's literally no incentive to farm stage 21, right?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I remember when you talked about the drop rates and stuff, you kind of said that you had a feeling that speed glyphs, they drop more often on stage 21, you know. But for me, it felt different. Like stage 20 definitely gave me more 6-star speed glyphs than 21.
That's why I said I think that's just a product of the RNG, because
I think so, yeah.
I didn't do 100,000 runs, you know, like we're not talking about a sample size large enough to get every single discrepancy out of there. So I did the best I could, and I was like, I mean, guys, the data is showing me there's no difference between 20 and 21. So I kind of went with that a few months ago, but it's nice to finally get that confirmed. And then the 20% here, it looks a little bit weird. That's supposed to go on the next line. It's supposed to say 20% chance of plat, avatar, normal, or top 3 80%. So Skratch, you want to walk us through what that means? Are you looking at this?
I'm not looking at it, but I remember it. So
okay.
And it's just the avatar. So there are like four avatars in Platinum Arena. So that means that you might have a 20% chance to get it. Even from 1,000 placements in Platinum Arena, you still might not get the avatar. So that's kind of what the RNG of raid is, you know.
Yep.
Like it took me many times till I got my first avatar from Platinum Arena.
There's even
that
RNG in the
20%.
damn avatars. Just okay.
Oh, man.
And then,
I didn't know it was that hard, but yeah.
I didn't either. I didn't either. Okay. So then we've got chance of epic gear 80%. Okay, and 20% of legendary. That's from the plat chests. Okay. Yeah, plat avatar, chance of gear. Oh, gold 4 is 25 is 25%. Okay, interesting. So yeah, a little bit worse there. And then we've got go ahead.
For gold 4 we don't have the drop rates on rare, epic, legendary gear, you see?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be another, and then the rarity 4-star, 5-star, 6-star. I think 6-star it must be like 1%.
I think they removed 4 stars,
honestly.
didn't they? As of this week?
I think they removed only the rare tomes. I'm not sure about the 4-star gear.
They removed 4-star.
Did they?
Yeah. But I still get all flat stats.
Okay.
5-star flat stat.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good if they remove that, because that was such a bad thing for gold 4, man, to get a piece of 4-star gear. Like, it's not good even in bronze anymore.
Oh, and then it looks like so there's a little bit of verbiage here from Azazel confirming what you guys were saying back when we were talking about the odds. It says, I think I figured out how the shard putty system works, and it doesn't matter if it's a regular or a ×2. ×2 chance will only change the basic starting value of summoning, which is 8% for Epic, 0.5 for Lego, making it 16 and 1 respectively. Now, each try, we get an additional 2%. Basically, this is saying, but it's multiplicative and not additive. That's the main thing to take from that paragraph. Looks like it is multiplicative and not additive. So basically, if you're ever wondering if something is multiplicative or additive, ask yourself which is worse for the player, and that's the correct answer. So in this case, it's worse for the player if it's multiplicative, so that's what it's going to be. Am I right on that?
Yeah, definitely. Right. Definitely. So it's not like 1 + 1 = 2 for Plarium. It's like 1 + 1 = 1.1 or something like that, you know?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, no, I think we went through most of it. You guys have any final thoughts on this data coming out?
I mean, yeah, I'm just a bit curious. You think they dropped it from mistake? With all the issues they had with the servers recently and all the things they had to modify to make the server stable, etc. You think it just now happened for them to actually do it by mistake or something? Because how come nobody found it before? How we were talking before, you know, it might be something. Just I don't know.
I think it might have been an update to the game files that made all of this data accessible.
Yeah, but they will definitely want to hide this. Like this pity system, whatever they're calling it, is disgusting. You would not want to show this to a person who's about to spend $2,000 in your game, because they're gonna take their money, turn around, and run.
Yeah, I guess. But we're talking about the same people that made code that banned people when they purchased the battle pass. So
that was a mistake as well, you see. So I for some reason I have a feeling that this at some point is gonna disappear. Now that it's so transparent and it's public that everybody's talking about it, we're talking about it, more people will be talking about it. They might not have a way of hiding it anymore. But I have a feeling if we were not talking about it in like the next 1 week, it was just gone from the coding, you know, like hidden again.
Yeah, it's the rabbit's out of the hat now. You can't put it away. Everyone's
pretty much
on Reddit and YouTube and Twitch. Everyone's going to be talking about this for the next week or two. So yeah, everyone's going to know. So but yeah, it's definitely weird. I'm not experienced enough as like a coder or data miner, etc. So I don't know why no one found this until today. Like I don't know why it's getting posted publicly today. So yeah, I don't know why. It must be something that slipped through the cracks on an update or something. Maybe we can get in touch with somebody who knows a lot more than I do about coding and figure out what happened to cause that.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. You know, it's a bit strange that for so long people they've been data mining the game and they couldn't find anything about it. You know.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad that it came out anyway.
Yeah, sure. It made some things more clear.
No, yeah, it's good to know than to not know. So, Skratch, tell us what you're going to be up to in the next week or two, and what people are going to see on your channel, and where they can find you.
Honestly, probably some arena, clan boss. You can find me on Twitch, on YouTube, guys. Skratch AK47. What exactly you're gonna see, I'm not sure myself, but yeah, I'm just going with the flow, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
going with the flow.
All right. And ColdBrew, what are you up to these days? What's going on in your neck of
Same
the
here,
woods?
same here. I'm going forward with my plan to do another dungeon 20 with uncommons. So that's gonna be hopefully the next big thing on my channel. So you guys should check it out.
And which
I've
dungeon?
done 2 out of 4.
You did the golem and the spider, right?
I did Golem and Fire Knight.
Ah, okay.
The spider wasn't full auto and all uncommons. I had Paragon in it, so it doesn't count.
So the next one
Yeah.
is you said is what?
It's one of the 2. It's either dragon or a spider.
You haven't even gotten started on this yet? What's going on?
I'm halfway through, but I can do both with the champions that I have. So
It's just a dream at the moment, you know.
the plan is there.
All right, awesome. Well,
yeah.
it was fun, guys. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, man.
All right, that's going to do it for this video. And again, huge shout out to ColdBrew and Skratch for joining me. Remember, I will link their channels down below. You should definitely check them out. Also, thanks to my friend Mandible for laying this stuff out for everybody and giving us a fun discussion to have today. And also shout out to GNL for doing some research on this and really getting it laid out there forefront for the community. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.